Tonight, report on Halloween events planned throughout Grant County this weekend. And a man reportedly apologizes to a store owner after breaking in. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Big Bend and Columbia Basin mix it up on the volleyball court, and the Sounders and Galaxy go at it in the knockout round. Here's a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Good evening, everyone. There is another storm system heading our way. Just ahead with your extended forecast, I'll let you know who will see more rain and windy conditions, and we'll also take a look at your Halloween forecast.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A Quincy school bus was taking students home when it was struck by a car near George. The school bus was stopped with its flashing lights on to drop students off at Beverly Burke Road at Road 5 Southwest on Tuesday afternoon when it was struck from behind by a 2010 Dodge Neon. According to the Grant County Sheriff's Office on Wednesday, the 14 students on the bus were not hurt. They were transferred to another bus and taken home. The bus driver, 53-year-old Quincy resident Deborah Holman, and the driver of the Dodge, 32-year-old George resident Martha Valencia, were taken to Quincy Valley Medical Center as a precaution. Valencia was issued a ticket for allegedly failing to yield the right-of-way and for not having liability insurance. A special showing of a 2015 American Christian sports drama is set for Sunday at Fairchild Cinemas in Moses Lake. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Donors at First Baptist Church of Moses Lake have reserved 2 movie theaters at 4:30 p.m. Sunday at Fairchild Cinemas. A special showing of the 2015 American Christian sports drama Woodlawn will be shown at the cinema on North Block Street in Moses Lake. Moses Lake High School football players and cheerleaders have been invited to the special showings. Sean Salas, a pastor and worship leader at First Baptist Church of Moses Lake, said the movie directed by Andrew and John Irwin is not your typical Christian movie. Starring in the movie is Sean Astin and John Voight. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Moses Lake may allow residents to have chickens. A majority of city council members expressed support for a proposed ordinance allowing people in the Moses Lake city limits to keep 4 hens. Council members Jason Avila, John Lane, and David Colonel did not comment. Mayor Deke Dean opposed the proposal. The proposal requires people to keep their hens housed 15 feet away from the property line and more than 20 feet away from a neighboring residence. They are required to be in a coop or hen house. The animals would only be allowed on properties with single-family residences, and the manure can't create a nuisance. The owners would be required to pay a $10 annual license fee for 4 chickens and $50 for the coop, which has to be inspected by the city. 3 Washington representatives and 2 senators are urging the Chinese ambassador to resolve a trade dispute threatening REC Silicon. U.S. Representative Dan Newhouse, along with Senators Maria Cantwell and Patty Murray, signed a letter to China's ambassador expressing their concern about the continuing dispute concerning the U.S.-produced polysilicon and Chinese-produced photovoltaic solar cells. They are joined by Representatives Dick Larson and Dave Reichart in signing the letter. Chinese officials stalled in accepting an agreement which would provide Chinese solar panel companies access to the U.S. goods and end a 57% duty in polysilicon exports to China. REC Silicon stated in September the dispute is threatening to cause the company to stop production at the Moses Lake plant and lay off 400 of the 720 employees. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
My name is Kat Sanderson, Managing Broker for Pillar Rock Realty Group. We love the Columbia Basin because it's our home, and we want to give back to our community by kicking off our Pay It Forward campaign. If you buy or list with us, we will donate 1% of our total proceeds to a local charity of your choice and in your name. Call us today at 754-4444 or visit pillarrockrealty.com because we are your local real estate experts.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for being with us. I'm Cristina Sanchez with your local weather segment brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. We're looking at an unsettled weather pattern throughout the next few days. There is a cold front that will bring that cold air mass into the area as we go into Sunday and Monday. We'll feel that drop in temperatures. Wind gust up to 30 miles an hour for Friday, up to 40 for Saturday afternoon. And we'll take a look at your scary Halloween forecast. Temperatures within the past 24 hours. We did start off the day with lows right around 43 for us here in Ephrata. Average low for us is 34. High temperature today in the low 60s. Your average high is right around the mid 50s. And the record high temperature for us was set back in 2012, and the high temperature was 70 degrees. And for you, Moses Lake, your record high was also set back in 2012, and the high temperature was 68. Today, quite warm, still slightly above average for this time of year. Your average high temperature is 56, highs for today in the low 60s, and this morning, low temperatures for you in Moses Lake right around 45 degrees, and we did have low visibility in the area in Moses Lake. Scattered showers this morning with patchy fog. This is a picture from the morning hour, so we did have that low visibility, but things have improved, and tonight we do have mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures right around 60 degrees in the upper 50s, winds blowing from the west-southwest up to 15 miles per hour. Throughout the night, mostly cloudy skies, but there is a storm system that is moving in along the coast, bringing showers throughout the night into this Friday. We will expect to have those wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. And for a Saturday afternoon, wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour and more showers across the region as we go into Halloween. For a Saturday night, once again, we'll continue with more showers along the Cascades. Sunday night, there is a chance of some snow showers in higher elevations. Highs for you in the Yakima, highs will be right around the upper 60s, low 60s for Friday afternoon in Seattle with showers throughout the day and also windy conditions. Long Beach right around the low 60s. In the Northwest, your high temperatures only in the low to mid 50s. Windy conditions, Tri-Cities right around the mid 60s. For us here within our Columbia Basin, we're looking at high temperatures right around the mid 60s. Moses Lake 64, Royal City 66 with mostly cloudy skies, showers, and windy conditions. As we take a look at your scary Halloween forecast, showers throughout Saturday afternoon, highs in the low 60s, still above average, but the umbrella is really not going to do you any good as we do have sustained winds up to 30 miles per hour and wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, so definitely not the best day to go out and trick-or-treat. Saturday night before you go to bed, don't forget to set back your clock for 1 hour. Then we'll have cooler temperatures on Sunday afternoon with highs in the upper 50s.
Paying your Grant PUD bill with ePay is like getting free cuts in line. You pay when you want, how you want. Get free cuts in line with Grant PUD ePay. Visit grantpud.org.
Oh, dude, I'm just in the theater. It's totally cool.
Ah.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Kelly Folth, Brick Sorensen, and Bryn Bowers recorded double-digit kills, and Big Bend upset Columbia Basin College on the road in NWAC volleyball action. It took them 5 sets to do it, but the Lady Vikings pulled it off and moved to 3-9 in the East Region standings. The Hawks held off Big Ben in a close first set, 25-22. The Vikings bounced back with a 25-15 win in set 2. Columbia Basin regained the lead with a 25-15 win in the third set of the match. Big Ben took set 4, 25-19, and then pulled out a close fifth set, 22-20, to win it. Both finished with 13 kills. Sorensen had 12, and Bowers added 10. The Lady Vikings take part in the Mount Hood tournament over the weekend, and then close out the season against Yakima and Blue Mountain. Seattle midfielder Eric Freeberg scored the game-winning goal in the 73rd minute, and the Sounders defeated the defending champs 3-2. It was a one-game playoff against the Galaxy at CenturyLink Field, and the crowd was electric. Seattle came out strong in the opening half with a Clint Dempsey goal just 4 minutes into the match. A Galaxy rebuttal just 1 minute later would then level the game when Sebastian Leggett rocketed a goal past the Sounder keeper Stephen Fry. In the 12th minute, Nelson Valdez scored off an Andreas Ivanschetz free kick, giving the Sounders a 2-1 lead. Just 10 minutes later, Jazzy Zardes went near post for LA, tying the match at 2. In the second half, Seattle's D stepped up tremendously, stopping LA at the point of attack. Freeberg played the role of hero in the 73rd minute. The midfielder blasted the ball into the back of the net, giving the Sounders a 3-2 lead and the victory. Seattle will now either host Dallas or Vancouver in the Western Conference semis. The round will be a home-and-home series, with the first game being played in Seattle Sunday. Abby Wambach is one of the greatest soccer players in the history of the U.S. women's national team. The striker put fear into the opposing defenders and broke many scoring records for the women in red, white, and blue. After winning the World Cup this past summer, Abby decided now is the time to retire.
I think that they were kind of stunned only in the way that I did it, because I was kind of like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm retiring at the end of this victory tour. So I think that they were a little bit shocked in how I did it. But I think that it was also pretty evident that it was time for me to step away. Winning, going out on top, you know, I don't know if there's really any better way to retire.
Just came over here.
Oh, right.
It's possible they got one more. Those days at RFK.
We'll be back after this short break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
The Dodge brothers' competitive spirit and engineering prowess started long before they built their first car, and will continue long after their latest, the most technologically advanced vehicle in its class.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the first Special Star pageant being held in Moses Lake to benefit the Down Syndrome Society of Grant County. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
The first Special Star pageant on November 21st in Moses Lake benefits the Down Syndrome Society of Grant County. The pageant invites girls with Down syndrome ages 12 and up to enter. The Down Syndrome Society of Grant County is best known for its annual Buddy Walk, which took place earlier this month at Moses Lake's McCosh Park. Special Star pageant producer and promoter Pamela Colonel, who is state director of the Mrs. Moses Lake America pageant, talked about the Special Star pageant and how it came about.
They're going to be judged on casual wear. They'll be furnished a t-shirt, and they'll wear white capri pants and tennis shoes, and then they'll change into an evening gown, and we will furnish those if they don't have them. And so it's casual wear, evening wear, and an onstage question. It's going to be very relaxed. It'll be fun for them.
The pageant takes place November 21st at the New Beginning Christian Center, 318 West North Shore Drive in Moses Lake. Tickets are $5 at the door to benefit the Down Syndrome Society of Grant County. Brandy Atnip, who came up with the idea for the pageant, is a Down Syndrome Society of Grant County board member. Her brother James has Down syndrome.
She approached me if I would help her do a pageant for Down syndrome. And I'm extremely busy, and I go to Seattle twice a week, and I told her I didn't have the time. And she kept bothering me every time I went in there, please help me. And so one day, I decided, why not? You know, a pageant for Down syndrome I thought was interesting, and it would be nice to teach these young girls self-esteem and confidence, and that's how it started. So all the credit should go to Brandy for getting me started in it.
Questions such as how to enter the pageant can be directed to Atnip by phone at 509-398-5892 or by email at batnip83@icloud.com. Ernal explained how girls in the pageant benefit from the experience.
Self-confidence, self-esteem, and to basically just have fun and be special for a day. We're going to have a lot of beauty queens here, so the girls will feel loved and get lots of attention, and we're very excited. I'm sure they're going to be excited too, and the parents as well.
Girls who participate have time to get prepared.
So we'll do a couple little workshops to get them prepared and make it fun, so when the actual day comes, they'll be a little bit more confident in what they're doing.
Registration is underway for the pageant through November 9th. Colonel said so far 6 contestants have registered, but more are expected. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
Quincy Foods, LLC, a subsidiary of Norpac Foods, is seeking motivated individuals to fill the positions of general laborer for their corn harvest season. They have full-time seasonal openings, must be 18 years old and older, willing to work swing shift. Great people to work for in a challenging food processing environment. Apply at 222 Columbia Way in Quincy between 8 and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or online through WorkSource. Quincy Foods is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Welcome back. A handful of safe and family-friendly Halloween events are taking place across Grant County on Friday and Saturday. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
There's a full slate of Halloween events across Grant County for kids of all ages this weekend. In Ephrata, the downtown trick-or-treating is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday at participating locations on Basin Street. The event is organized by the Ephrata Chamber of Commerce. The Ephrata American Legion Arts Emerald Post 28 hosts their Halloween Carnival from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday. Kids can trick-or-treat at cars offering candy from the trunks, and a costume contest takes place at 6:45. Trunk-or-treating can also be done at the United Methodist Church from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday. In Moses Lake, the downtown trick-or-treating is on 3rd Avenue and at Sincayu Square on Saturday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The event is organized by the Moses Lake Chamber of Commerce. Moses Lake High School hosts their annual trick-or-treating on Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The event is organized by the Student Body Association and features a haunted house hosted by the band. The event is recommended for children ages 2 through 10. There's another Halloween Carnival from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday at the Moses Lake Grocery Outlet. Children will have a chance to play games and win prizes. In Quincy, the Halloween festivities start with the Harvest Fun Run on Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 2:10 p.m. at Monument Elementary School. Students are collecting donations to pay for student planners and field trips for the 2015 school year. Mountain View Elementary School is hosting a Halloween carnival on Friday night from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Admission is $5 per child for unlimited games, a hot dog, and a prize. The Quincy Chamber of Commerce has their downtown trick-or-treat on Friday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Participating vendors will have an orange pumpkin in their shop windows. And in Wilson Creek, the school commons will host a Halloween carnival on Saturday from 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Games and concessions will be available, and proceeds will go to the school's Future Business Leaders of America Club, who's putting on the event. In Ephrata, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
A Quincy man is accused of breaking windows and stealing from 2 Quincy businesses. Prosecutors charged Kennedy Morales, a 25-year-old Quincy resident, in Grant County Superior Court with 2 counts of burglary and theft. Businesses in the city have experienced a string of burglaries starting on September 16th. The suspect would approach a window with a brick or stone, break it, and enter the store. Quincy police were investigating a burglary at a hardware store and reportedly linked Morales to the crime. It led them to believe he was involved in more burglaries. Morales allegedly told the victim of one of the burglaries that he broke into the store and apologized to them. Police served a search warrant on Morales' home and allegedly found clothing worn during 2 burglaries and several stolen items from 3 burglaries. In Northwest news, a Washington man has been creating a haunted maze in his front yard every Halloween since 2000. But this year, it almost didn't happen. Building inspectors had concerns about the structure. But last week, an anonymous donor stepped in to save the day. KCPQ's Steve Kiggins has a story.
When we got here this morning, it was just empty grass.
The rush is on to get this haunted house ready for Halloween.
It's been a long-standing icon in the community for over 15 years.
I thought this was the end.
The sign says the end is near, but Lindsay Morris's family didn't know how close they were.
Cease and desist notice that was put up on the tent.
Lindsay Morris says her father built the haunted house from scratch, and he's done that each year since 2000.
He's planning on doing it just a couple more years.
But this year, city inspectors worried the structure could be a fire hazard.
It was just a shock, you know, when you don't know that something's going to end and you don't really have any control over it.
You're gonna need a long one.
Just when they thought their Halloween plans were ruined, they caught a break. This new fire-resistant tent from an anonymous donor. And inside, Kirkland Firefighter Union members built the frame for the maze.
It's a small little token on one special day for the kids in our community, and I think it'll set a great example.
I mean, we have lines, you know, the whole street is filled with people waiting. 1, 2, 3, perfect.
Kirkland officials said they trust the Morris family will keep the haunt safe for everyone, and the scares will go on as planned this weekend.
We really appreciate everything. We do. I can speak for my dad and say that.
In Kirkland, Steve Kiggins.
Thank you.
Q13 Fox News.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.